Welcome to this episode of our program, Arab Affairs. Today we'll be speaking about very important developments in the region, one of which has Egypt just gave statements about, and just a few hours ago we've seen the statements that came from the presidency, and presidential spokesman Councillor Ahmed Fahmy has said that Egypt state appreciates the important step of Saudi Arabia to restore diplomatic relations with Iran. Fahmy added that Egypt praises the path taken by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in this regard in order to erase the points of contention in relations at the regional level, and to affirm its reliance on the principles of the United Nations Charter in terms of respecting the sovereignty of state and non-interference in the domestic affairs, while at the same time consolidating the understandings of positive dialogue and preserving the peace and security in the region. The consular, or the presidential spokesman, said that Egypt is looking forward for a positive outcome of such steps, and towards Saudi's path regarding Iran's diplomatic relations, and is looking forward for a positive response from Iran in this regard on the regional and international levels, which is a chance to assert the policy that gives good consensus or good path towards the region, and enhance means of boosting bilateral relations and positive contact and coordination. This was Egypt's response that came out 1 hour ago, or just a few hours ago, and definitely that would be the core of our discussion in this episode. Before we delve into our discussion, let's first have a quick look on the Arab news that took place during the week, and we'll come back.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received visiting Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed al-Sudani and his accompanying delegation in Cairo. Presidential spokesman Councillor Ahmed Fahmy said the talks focused on Cairo's support for the stability and security of Iraq. He said al-Sisi expressed keenness during the talks on boosting ties in the political, economic, trade and cultural fields, and on speeding up the implementation of joint projects. He set common developmental objectives and continuing with the tripartite cooperation mechanism, including Jordan, were also discussed. For his part, the Iraqi Prime Minister lauded historical ties between the two sides and said that he appreciates Egyptian efforts to support Iraq on various fields. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry discussed with Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi the convention in 2024 of the Joint Higher Committee meeting. The meeting touched on accelerating the pace of implementing the projects carried out within the framework of the Trio cooperation mechanism with Iraq. The meeting also tackled the developments of a number of topics slated for discussion at the Arab League Foreign Council agenda, the forefront of which is the situations in Palestine, Syria and Libya. Making an unannounced trip to Iraq on Tuesday, U.S. Defense Secretary Austin said on Tuesday Washington was committed to keeping its military presence in the country. Austin said he hoped to strengthen and broaden relations with Iraq. For his part, Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani said Iraq wants to strengthen and consolidate relations with the United States. Soudani underlined Baghdad's commitment to maintaining balanced relations with the regional and international powers. The United Nations expressed concern over the violence in the West Bank after the Israeli occupation troops' military operation which killed 6 Palestinians in Jenin camp. U.S. Middle East peace envoy Tor Wennesland today urged Israel and Palestinians to calm surging violence in the occupied West Bank. Wennesland added that Israel as an occupation force should guarantee the protection of the civilians and hold the perpetrators accountable for the repeated assaults by the Israeli settlers against Palestinians. Israeli warplanes struck Aleppo airport before dawn Tuesday, causing significant damage that halted flights to and from Syria's war and quake-battered second city of Aleppo. The damage forced authorities to close the airport to all flights. Syria's transport ministry said it would reroute flights carrying earthquake aid following the raid that put the airport out of commission. The ministry said flights would now land in either Damascus or Lattakia airports. Tunisian President Kais Saied moved to dissolve the country's elected municipal councils. In a published video, the Tunisian president said a bid would soon be examined to dissolve all local councils and replace them with special delegations. Saied said the country would continue to march towards victory before accusing his critics of playing the victim. The mandate of some 350 sitting mayors and municipal councillors would expire in late April, theoretically meaning an election would take place.